Welcome back to this week's episode of MST Truthers. And last week, we blew the lid open on Modigani being 3 gnomes in a mech suit. And this week, I want to dive into the space alien plot to try and destroy Rala. Now, we've known for a little while these aliens have been trying to interfere with our research departments. I mean, last April, we heard from some of our insiders in the Chem department their water supply has been started being deionized, whatever that means. Now we have reports from our material science department that is being overrun with these space alien metals. Now, visual aid, this is steel. Everyone knows it's steel. It's hard, it's tough. But they want us to believe that this is a metal. This is light crap. It's plastic. This is painted plastic. Or even worse, this. It's yellow. What kind of metal is yellow? Now, I'm not one to just present evidence and completely remove all the context and cherry pick all the results to suit my agenda. So we've had some of our insiders take these metals and put them to the test. Here's our insiders, Ann and Connor, to explain the test these samples were subjected to.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Over here at the Material Science Department, we performed what is called a tensile test on these 3 different metals. We start off by measuring a gauge length of 15 millimeters, or 2 inches, and lightly marking the ends with a Dremel. We then place reflective tape on each of these marks, so that way the laser can read the gauge length throughout the test. We loaded one of the samples into the machine by first centering it and then clamping it into the top portion. We then centered and clamped it into the bottom portion, making sure that there was enough pressure on both sides. Then, before we ran the test, we had to make sure our laser was aligned and that the force was zeroed out on the computer. As seen in this video, you can watch as the bottom portion pulls on the sample, eventually snapping it.
I'm in danger!
These are some plots comparing the tensile test results as stress over strain graphs. As you can see from the table, steel has the highest yield strength, UTS, and fracture strength, while having the lowest reduction of area, elongation, and elastic modulus. The results mostly follow typical properties, although we expected the aluminum to be stronger than the brass. Each material's engineering yield strength, UTS, and fracture strength were all less than the true yield strength, UTS, and fracture strength, respectively. You do realize aluminum and brass are common metals and have been in use for centuries, right? Like, have you ever seen a trumpet? Have you ever seen a soda?
Whoops, looks like we lost you there. So as you can see, not only do they want us to believe that this crap is metal, it's not even stronger than steel. I mean, you mean to tell me that these space aliens traveled across the whole universe in their spaceships made out of this weak metal? You're not fooling anyone. This is clearly part of a psyop from the Systemists trying to erode the independence of Rala. I mean, come on, what kind of name is aluminum? You know what aluminum means? Aluminum, alien, brass. Take some letters out, put a few back in, rearrange them, you get space. It's space aliens. Anyway, join us next week for our developing story, Is Red the New Green? How the removal of the Yingling beer truck from the St. Pat's Parade is a clear sign of a communist takeover of the St. Pat's Council.
Aliens.